If you played Rayman 2 back in the day, then you've got to check out Rayman 2 Redreamed. So this is an unofficial fan remake and remaster of Rayman 2 The Great Escape. It is fantastic, and I can't recommend it enough. There's a little obstacle course for you to learn how to use the controls that you can do. I'm just going to show you a little peek of this one. But it just shows you, the basics of jumping and swimming so that you can, be able to play the game as it is intended. So play through this one if you haven't played through Rayman in a while, because it'll help you remember how to play. One note is that to go up and down in the swimming, you have to hit A and B, not just look up and down. So that is a little bit different. And you can climb up vines and also across ropes. Whoops. There we go. Like so. And then I don't think the obstacle course is very big. It's just to teach you the basics, right? You can slide and hop up here, and then you're back to the main menu. So that teaches you the basics of how to play, and now we're going to just dive into the Fairy Glade. Now, the Fairy Glade, it's not just a remake. It is a reimagining of the Fairy Glade, which is absolutely fantastic. So all of the assets are absolutely beautiful, as you can see, right? Oh, I don't want to go to the main menu. Just beautiful assets. Everything's alive. Everything feels rich and wonderful. The color choices are fantastic.
First things first, I have to go find Lee.
And then, but there are different things, right? So like...
Hurry up, Rayman! We want our daddy back!
So they've added audio lines, but also the plot is changed and the levels are changed a little bit. So initially you go into the pirate ship and get Globox, whereas this one, first we get Lee, which is a very different thing. Now, I'm not going to play this whole thing, but there are hidden cages around where you can free lums. So I recommend you play this one. I'm going to leave a description for it, or a link in the description, so you can play this one yourself. But it is just a delight
Lums
to
have
play.
such interesting powers. Makes me wonder where they all came from.
Plays like a dream, and everything looks fantastic. So I'm just kind of rushing through so you can get a feel for it. But I can't recommend enough that you go play this one. And I'll give you a little hint about the cages. So right now, like, that's telling us we should go there, right? But if you look way out there in the distance, see there's a cage way up there. So if you went over that way, you'd get one of the secrets. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to carry on for now to quickly show off this game.
Hurry up, Rayman! We want our daddy back!
I've got a funny feeling about this, but I've got to push on.
And you can already see some of the steampunk pirate vibes, right? These ships are done fantastically. And it's not just...
Where are they keeping you, Lee?
It's not just an upscale of their
Can you
assets,
hear me?
but a true
Lee,
recreation.
she's
Metals,
okay.
handcrafted,
The pirates built a stronghold deep in the Fairy Glade, and they've trapped me in there until tonight. Please, find it before it's too late. I believe in you.
Don't worry, I've got this.
Oh, I thought I could bounce off that, but apparently I hit it. There was a switch up above. I was just trying to bounce off of that purple mushroom, but apparently I have to wait until second time around. So that was the switch I was hitting up there. And just slide back down through here. Now, what that did was we turned off the pollution, so the water's now clean. Which it doesn't make explicit, but that's because you now have to swim under here to get somewhere. So again, very much a reimagining of the original, not the same paths that you would take, but the same sorts of mechanics. And just a delight to play. Alright. We're getting close to the pirate ship. We're just gonna climb up here. And again, there's secrets everywhere, so if you look around, you'll find all sorts of fun little things that they've added for fans of the series. And just the assets are gorgeous to look at. The flowers and the trees and everything. So check this one out. And it's also really nice because it controls beautifully. Whereas, the controls of the old game were definitely a bit dated. Sometimes you'd zigzag when you didn't want to, and it got a little bit hard, right? Now again, I'm not going to get all the lumps or all of the cages. I'm going to leave that for y'all. I'm just showing off this gorgeous demo because they really put their passion into it. It's absolutely amazing. And then that little HUD up in the top right, if you want, you can hit Y to see it again, so that you can know where you're at as far as how many cages you found, how many limbs you've collected. Again, the water's gorgeous, the stalactites and stalagmites are gorgeous. Just fantastic through and through. I'm just going to take us to the pirate ship so you can at least see that, but again, I'm not going to play this whole demo. If you do play it all the way through, you will eventually save Lee, and that is very different from the original game. So check that one out so that you can see what they've done with that. You have to destroy the machine. I will give you a hint that when you're carrying a barrel, sometimes you have to do other things at the same time. You can't set the barrel down gently, but you can throw it straight up in the air and catch it again. So that gives you a little second where you could, you know, maybe fight while the barrel's suspended in the air. And if you want to see more of this, I did play through the whole thing on my main channel. And here I'm just trying to give you a taste for this cozy masterpiece that they've unlocked. He throws things, which broke through this door, so we can go through it. But there are also secrets. Whoops. I died. I fell right off. And this guy always gives you hints on how to do things, right? And using your shadow just helps you see where you're about to land. But it's not as necessary on this one. On the old one, it was critical to be able to see what was going on.
It doesn't come with any spiders, does it?
Oh, Rayman, don't be afraid of spiders. You're fine. These webs definitely feel like the original. Alright. Again, I'm not going to grab all the lums. Alright, so now we're into the puzzle portion. The goal here is to get through this door. Now, normally, this is where you would find glow bugs, but that's not true in this demo. So, check it out in the link below. Check out the demo. It's a fantastic game, and it's even got the strafe combat from the original. So if you want, you can just fight this guy. That's what I usually do. But if you want to keep facing him, if you hit down right trigger, it'll do just the true strafe so that you can stay facing him the whole time. Like that. That'll let you hop back and forth a little more easily. But yeah, so you'll have to find different switches to get through this puzzle to find a way to free. So check this one out. Link in the description. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't recommend it. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Keep it cozy. Cheers.